Hello and welcome to a special edition of Inside Sports. I'm your host, Todd Blackstock, and joining me tonight, special co-host, Meghan O.
I know. I am so excited to be here tonight. The weather is absolutely amazing. And the fact that we are here for some great awesomeness that you're about to find out, OMG. We are here for the Fit for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Yes, it's so fun, and we're at this beautiful place here in downtown St. Louis, the Barnett on Washington. And Meghan O and I, we're going to be working the red carpet here tonight with Dr. Connie Hayes and all the inductees. So let's go inside, check out the all the action and the red carpet.
Yes, just wait till you see what's inside. Dr. Connie Hayes, it's so nice to see you today. Yes, and then the outfit is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, it looks like it's my size. Can I borrow it sometime?
Sure, yeah, because I can only wear this one time.
I love it. So I am excited to be here because Dr. Connie Hayes, you have done some great things here in St. Louis and internationally known. Wow. Okay, let's be real here. So with you being a sports medicine doctor, right? Mm-hmm. Can we talk a little bit about that on how you got to this point in your life?
Oh, yes. Okay. So how I got to this point in my life. Well, I grew up with 6 brothers, so I'm always in sports. Played backyard football and all of that stuff. Super active. My parents needed to run some energy out of me. And at first I was going to go into art, but then it was just a natural fit to do sports medicine.
I love that. And then with knowing that, opening a clinic, which is right there by Busch Stadium, mind you.
It's pretty
It's
fabulous.
absolutely fabulous. You know what I'm saying? Fit for Life. She has a clinic right there by Busch Stadium. Not only are you practicing sports medicine, you're working with young athletes. What?
I know.
What?
They keep me going.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, can I do this? My whole vibe be like, and they just be going with it. So, yes.
With the Fit for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards, how did you gather who you were going to award? Like, was that difficult?
It was a little difficult because there's so many people in the St. Louis area who work with youth sports who have big hearts. Because let's face it, it's not like you get rich working with the kids. They're like surrogate parents. And so I just wanted some people that I have worked with for a while and who show the same spirit that I have, right? So, yeah.
And that's what you can tell is so cool, because if you saw all the people that are walking up, they're like, Dr. Connie, I was like, can I have her for 5 minutes, please? Can I have her for 5 minutes? So who are some of the people that you invited out tonight?
Okay, so the recipients are Ray Merriweather, Denise McFields, posthumously Rodney Dotson. He was probably the first coach that I really got introduced to, because I didn't realize how huge summer track was in St. Louis. It's crazy. Like, they do a track meet on Mother's Day. Who does a track meet on Mother's Day?
St. Louis.
Right. And I mean, everybody's showing up. Father's Day, I can understand.
Of course.
But Mother's Day, oh, they were in it. And I'm like, well, y'all serious about this?
Yeah.
So I used to work the track meets just to triage the track meets. And they just loved it so much. And that's really how I got into this whole community. So, so a lot of those coaches are who I invited.
Okay, so you took it from St. Louis to Paris. Okay, you went to the Olympics in 2024. What was that experience like?
It was amazing. I'm going to say I'm not an easily excited person. And so I was just kind of chill, like, oh, yeah, it's the Olympics. I'm going to the Olympics. Yeah, I'm going to be in Paris for a month. I got there, and it is incredible, unbelievable. I don't know how, if you could imagine, everyone that you saw on the street was super fit and 20. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I've been to Paris and it's different, but you were there. Let's be clear. You were there for the Olympics.
Right.
Your talents.
So I'm in a whole village of incredibly fit people every day just waking up, seeing these super fit people going.
But here's the thing that really soaks in for me. I think it's great when those talents, those natural gifts that we have take you to places that you never even thought of going. Did you have to pinch yourself?
I screamed in the car.
I'll take that. I'll take that. She screamed in
I
the
did.
car.
I screamed. I did. As soon as I got the announcement, I was like, can I scream? Oh my
Yes!
God! Yeah, I was like that. I was like that.
Rightfully so.
And then I'm going to tell you, after I came back, can nobody tell me nothing.
Absolutely not.
I was like, huh? No,
right.
I ain't doing that.
Right.
You know where I've been?
Dr.
No.
Connie Hayes was in Paris, okay?
So it was a lot of fun. So God blessed me to be able to connect with these 20-year-olds, especially the females, right? Because, I mean, like I said, I grew up in a family full of boys. And so I didn't really connect with a whole lot of 20-year-old girls. But there I did. Absolutely. And so I was just like a surrogate mom because, you know, okay, let's face it, there's a reason why they gave us those cardboard beds. It didn't work, but they tried.
And what I'm gathering is once everyone continues to watch the rest of this piece, you're going to see all the amazing people that she can call up and that she works with all the time that is changing the way that sports medicine is taken in St. Louis. Yes. So I just am so excited to see the event all unfold tonight. We're going to check in with Todd. Todd, what's going on your side?
All right, Megan, now I'm on the red carpet here with Ray Merriweather. And Ray, congratulations on being observed at the Lift for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards here this evening. And, you know, can you tell us a little bit about starting it out, the Matthews Dickey's Boys and Girls Club back in the day?
Ooh, you say back in the day. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Dr. Connie for choosing me for this award. But like you said, back in the day at the Boys Club, I never thought I would be coaching kids. It just fell on me. It just something it just came out of nowhere. And this is where we're here, where we're at today.
You know, it seems like you've taken some things from Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club to the St. Louis Cardinals. I will say back in the day again, because, you know, in the 80s, you were very prevalent. And if you could tell us and share with our audience some of the things that you did with the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team.
Well, I worked in player development for the St. Louis Cardinals for 13 seasons. Wow, but if it wasn't for the Boys Club, I would have never had that opportunity. In the Boys and Girls Club, one thing about the Boys and Girls Club, it's always giving young people the opportunity.
You told me once that you were a video technician with the St. Louis Cardinals, and that actually started with the Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club, and you kind of carried that over to the St. Louis Cardinals, and they achieved great success in partnership with some of what you brought over.
Yes, they did. And you know, when I was the video technician, I like I say, I'll reach back, I think about Joe Torre, who allowed me to do that for the St. Louis Cardinals. And it was working with the hitters, the pitchers, so they can work on mechanics. Now the system is so, whoa, it's off the planet now, the system that the guys are using.
Yeah, but that was like the early stages. You know,
yeah, I was using the cassette tapes then. So I had to have a tape for each individual player at the time.
Now, so you're basically like, you know, doing their hitting stances and the pitchers, and what were some of the technical things you were doing?
Well, with some of the technical things, we'll be trying to make sure they keep the proper mechanics as far as hitting their swings, pitching mechanics, how the arms and all stuff like that.
It achieved you a ring with the St. Louis Cardinals National League Championship team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what were your thoughts and how did it feel to get a ring with the St. Louis Cardinals heading into the World Series?
The year was '87. I got a ring with the Cardinals. You know, that's let me know at the time that we were a first-class organization to give everyone a ring that was part of the organization.
You know, there's been many great athletes come through the Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club that you've mentored. One that comes to mind is someone that may be retiring soon from the NFL, but Ezekiel Elliott was one of the outstanding individuals that came through Matthews Dickey, and I know you're very close with him and throughout his career in college and through the pros. Talk about Zeke.
Well, Zeke was a special kid from a young man. When you interviewed me many years ago, and we talked about him, and he was one of the first kids that I can say I knew he had it. It was something special about him as a young man.
You said something that he had a high motor. What did you mean by that?
Well, the motor was he competed at everything he did. He wanted to be in first place, no matter if we were having a spitting contest. He wanted to be first.
Now, last time I talked to you, Ezekiel Elliott was getting ready to be drafted out of Ohio State. You know, he had a fantastic NCAA college career, and he ended up with the Dallas Cowboys with all those years, with a great career. And so what has happened with you in the last 10 years?
Well, at this time, I'm the head football coach at St. Mary's High School, Southside Catholic. You know, my game is upped a little bit, so I'm dealing on that level of football now. And last season, we finished the game before state we lost. So we're working hard this offseason, hoping to make it to state again.
Hey, Ray, congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thank you.
All right, Megan, what's up?
OMG, wait till you see who's walking up. We have Coach McFields. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Megan. How are you today?
All is well. You know, when I'm in your presence, I feel like I'm just, you know, it makes me stand taller.
Well, I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Nice
you
for you to
definitely
say that.
are.
Thank
You
you.
definitely are. So I know that you have such a nice track record with your career from Jamaica all the way here to St. Louis. How has that journey been for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. My goal in life has always been to work with kids. You know, we all have a passion, and that's my passion. So I've dedicated everything about learning how to coach kids and how to deal with their mental attitude and their physical well-being. Because coaching is not just coaching. You have to deal with the entire individual. And with a lot of our kids, you know, they have to learn a whole bunch of concepts like discipline, determination, dedication, and a lot of them struggle with that. But after being with me for a while, they finally buy into the program, and I'm happy to say I have very successful athletes.
For the children who are not being coached by you, what kind of advice would you give them? Because especially with social media, it's good, but it also can have times where you're comparing yourself, right? What advice would you give to that kid?
If I don't coach a kid, I'm very careful because coaches nowadays, especially youth coaches, they are very emotional. And you may tell them to do the right thing when their coaches might be telling them to do the wrong thing, and then it's just a whole bunch of drama. But what I have realized is that a lot of children used to have other coaches, and then when the season was done, they brought them over to me, and then I can do what I do with them.
There we go.
yeah. I just can't mess with them when there is someone else. You know, just about a certain amount of respect that
Absolutely
I give. Yes,
that is.
yes.
Absolutely that is. So respect tonight is definitely falling on your lap tonight with the Fit for Life the Lifetime Achievement Awards. What does that mean to you? How does that feel tonight for you?
It's just amazing. It's an award that it was never thought of, but it's very much appreciated. And I feel that my lifetime of work has been seen by someone, and that is a whole vibe to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How was the vibe when you were at the Olympics?
Well, that was an amazing thing. When you're around a lot of great athletes, it just gives you the mentality that when you come back to the normal world, that you have achieved something, and then what you want to do is try to get other kids to achieve it. Yeah. And that's my legacy, and that's my goal, to get kids to believe in themselves.
And it looks like that's exactly what you can get. I heard you talking about TikTok. Okay, what's your TikTok so we can all follow you?
It's 70 and fierce. 70 and fierce. And I do all kinds of things on my TikTok. I have over 100,000 followers, and a lot of people like what I do, and I find that I'm an inspiration to a lot of women because at 70 years old, because that's my age, I eat healthy and I exercise, and that's motivating to a lot of women, and they would let me know that thanks to me that they've decided to take a healthcare journey to improve their lifetime.
And that's got to be the most amazing feeling, for real, for real. People you don't even know, you're impacting their lives all over the world.
Don't even know, and it was never even anticipated to do that. I just went on there to do a little singing, and maybe a little dance, and then all of a sudden, I'm just getting all these messages. Thank you for helping me, and thank you for building my self-esteem, and thank you for this, and I just grew into it. It's just something I grew into it, and I set the challenge.
Yeah.
Yes.
It happened. It happened. And this is why it's important for you to make sure you follow her on TikTok. All I have to say is thank you, Coach. Thank you. 70 and fierce. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we're thankful for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And that's why we are here for the Fit for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards. Taking it over to you, Todd. What you doing over there?
And look who I caught up with on the red carpet. None other than legendary coach Nino Fenoy. And I say legendary because Wendell Covington Jr. formerly of Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club, formerly of a football star over on the east side. He told me about your career, and I've been researching it. And you've been in track and field at multiple schools and coaching lots of different sports for a very long time now.
Absolutely. About 50 years.
About 50 years. So Dr. Connie Hayes is bringing you in here tonight for the Lifetime Achievement Awards with Live for Life. And can you maybe fill in our audience, our viewers right now, about some of the great success you've had, especially over at East St. Louis Lincoln and over at the senior high in track and field and other sports?
It's a litany. Let me start with and work back. Jackie Joyner Kersey and Don Harper. Those are the two ladies that I coached at East St. Louis Lincoln. Jackie Joyner Kersey, Don Harper at East St. Louis Senior High School, Olympic gold medalist, Olympic silver medalist. Al Joyner, gold medalist in the triple jump, was at East St. Louis Lincoln. So I go back that far.
So you were responsible, in part, for Jackie Joyner Kersey, Don Harper Nelson, and Al Joyner. How about that? You're also a member of the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame as well.
I'm a member of St. Louis Hall of Fame, but I always deflect to the parents. Al Joyner, Mary Joyner, with the Joyners.
Oh, come on, Nino. You're being a little kind of humble here.
As far as they're responsible for them, but being able to offer track and field over a long period of time where young people can come have fun, identify who they are and what they want to do, and then my position is to help them. I'm the dream keeper, help them move along. If that's their dream, then let me find the tools that I can muster, put in place, the coaching portion, so that they can realize their dream.
So what's your secret? It's sometimes it's a little tougher in the cities. You've got distractions and things going on, and you guys built a really tight program over there and kept the kids focused, winning state titles and championships throughout the year. What is your philosophy that you think's made you so successful?
Being the dream keeper, not getting in front of their dream. When we talk about the challenges for young people are the same. I think many times we talk about deprivation and challenges in a different framework, but young people want to be successful, and it's left to adults to find solutions to the problems that they may have. But a 14-year-old in the county and a 14-year-old in the city are facing the same challenges, trying to identify who they are and where they want to go. 14 is 14 is 14.
So you've been around 50 years. Can you talk a little bit about the transition of, sports, high school, college, and things since, I guess, 1976 to 2026?
Well, let's go back to 1970. I think the biggest thing now is the equipment that they have, the training, things that we may have done early before anyone else was doing it. Technology has allowed most a level playing field with training plans and then the technology to get better. Strength training, endurance training is still about the desire to want to be the best at whatever they do. So putting those elements together, it's much faster now. So we'll see post-COVID, we'll see individuals that are posting phenomenal times because everything has changed in the training manual. You still have to do endurance, still have to do strength training, still have to do technique training, you still have to do the flexibility, but if you have the mental approach, this is what I want to do, then there will be individuals that can help you be successful at it.
Any final thoughts?
This is a great night. It's a great night, and I appreciate Dr. Connie and Fit for Life recognizing that the length of time I've been involved. We have a great relationship, and I'm just overwhelmed by the opportunity to receive recognition from Dr. Connie and Fit for Life.
Congratulations, Coach Nino Fenoy.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break now, but stay with us for more of Inside Sports on the flip side.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
And welcome back to Inside Sports. I'm Todd Blackstock. Meghan O is with me tonight, and we're here at the 2026 Fit for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards. We're going to send it inside to Meghan O right now, and she's going to tell us what's going on with all the festivities and the DJs and all the neat stuff going on in there.
Okay, I know that I'm supposed to be doing interviews, but I can't help it with the music. I'm sorry. So I'm inside at the Live for Life Lifetime Achievement Awards right here downtown. Okay, so I was talking to Dr. Connie Hayes, and she said, you have to meet the Gillespie couple. I said, tell me more about them. They have a homeless shelter right there in Illinois, helping out the disenfranchised people, right? So that takes a lot of heart. That's a lot of heart. And then on top of that, that's in the name of the shelter. Can you tell me more about what you all do?
One of the big things that we do, the name of the shelter is All Hours of Love. And one of the big things that we do is we try to share the love. We have been given so much in our life, irregardless of hurt and pain, and we still got to give back to those individuals that are struggling out there on the streets. We're just a small community. We don't have all the resources that the St. Louis or Chicago has, but everybody out there needs a little bit of help. And that's all we're just trying to do is just to spread the love.
So answer this. How does it feel being here tonight, knowing that you're with so many other people just like you, changing people's lives?
It's an amazing feeling.
There
I'm
we
glad to be here.
Good, good. I love it. And then I also asked Dr. Connie Hayes this. When you're tired of your dress, can I totally borrow it? Just one night.
You can have it, girl.
I think she'll let you have the dress.
Right on. And thank you so much for what you all do endlessly in the community. We need the love in the city. So thank you so much, y'all. Thank you.
And joining me now is Rodney Dodson Jr. I guess they call you Little Dot. Your dad was a firefighter and a longtime track coach of the St. Louis Blues Track Club, and you spent so many times of his life mentoring young kids. And could you share with our audience a little bit about your dad and some of the things that has allowed him to get this Lifetime Achievement Award tonight?
Well, he started coaching with the Blues when I was 7. So that's now I'm 40. I'll be 44. So he coached for about 30 years, and he also, within those 30 years, he helped a lot of kids, from struggling communities. He did a lot for kids, and he also helped a lot of kids get into college. He was one of those he was a caring parent where he would take anybody in and do anything for anybody. But he was a firefighter for the community as well too. But far as the Track Hall of Fame, he has done a lot with track and field. With far as his stature, now he has a lot of kids that were under him that are now track coaches and in track positions to do a lot of things for other kids, which I think is a great tree to follow up under.
So it looks like you're following in his footsteps. You mentioned the Hall of Fame. I believe he was a 2024 inductee of the St. Louis Track and Cross Country Hall of Fame, and you followed in his footsteps, and now you're kind of carrying on the tradition. What are you doing these days?
So now his grandkids that I have, they just started running track. So now I stayed away for so long because I didn't want to do it, but I guess it was a God calling me back. So now I'm here starting my legacy after him, coaching track now too.
I would be remiss not to mention the many years he spent at McClure, Berkeley track program. He was the assistant there for many years. Anytime someone talks about track and field in the St. Louis area, was it McClure South Berkeley, McClure North Berkeley, has got to be one of the top programs, if not the best one in the area.
For sure. When he was around, there were one. Even before he was around, before it was Berkeley was a good track program, and then McClure South Berkeley, it became another good program. But he also coached at other schools as well. Berkeley was just like the last stepping stone. He also coached at Cardinal Ritter. That was back when I was in high school. He coached 4 years at Cardinal Ritter, assistant over there as well. And then after that, I think that's when he went to Berkeley, after that stint.
And then it sounded like he was with Maryville, University of St. Louis as well.
Yes, he was with them helping out for a stint with that as well.
Fantastic. Well, Little Dot, any final thoughts you want to say? You know, this is in memory of your dad, and you must be very proud.
Yes, I'm always proud of him, and just give him his flowers. I just wish he would have got the flowers when he was there. So it's all for him. So it's all right with me.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. And joining us now on Inside Sports, Misha Morrow. Misha is formerly my broadcast partner for STL TV and some different venues around town, and she was also the owner of the Archangels here in St. Louis, the basketball team. And Misha, you're here tonight, and you know, what brings you here on this excellent evening with Dr. Connie Hayes?
Well, first of all, I love Dr. Connie Hayes, right? She is an extraordinary doctor and a good friend, and so I wanted to come out and support what she was doing.
Now, you've been in the business and sports for a very long time. Can you tell us about your run with the Archangels? And you had a pretty big rivalry with St. Louis Surge, crosstown rivals there, and it was kind of fun having those, you know, minor league basketball team going on in St. Louis.
It was fun. You know, it was a great time in the Women's Blue Chip Basketball League, and we had some great games, so we played against each other, and it was just an awesome time, providing opportunities for young women to continue to play after their collegiate years. So that was wonderful to be able to be a blessing and create something for other people.
So I know you're always doing something and pushing forward. What's going on these days with Misha Morrow?
Well, Misha Morrow owns the Archangels 3v3 basketball organization, where we train and develop youth and young adults in basketball. And we also run 3v3 events where we give away money, grand prize money, dollars, real dollars, thousands of dollars for events that we run. And so we're just going to continue to create opportunities for our youth and young adults and allow them to use the sport to springboard wherever it is they're trying to go.
Well, the program's getting ready to start. Do you have any final thoughts on any of the people in this great crowd here tonight, or anything else you'd like to add?
It's some people that's really deserving of what the honor that Doc Connie is going to bestow on them. They've had a lot of impact on young adults, and we should celebrate them.
All right, thank you very much.
All right,
Misha Morrow on Inside Sports. And Megan, thanks a lot for joining us here
welcome.
in a special edition of Inside Sports.
Yes.
You know, how much fun was this tonight for you?
It was so fun. Like, I got to meet some amazing people, and I saw some cool people that I didn't know did extra amazingly awesome things.
Like Eric
What?
Dodson.
Yes.
You know, he was his father was going in tonight and being honored, and you know,
That's
he
so
came in and
cool.
pinched it for him. It's too bad that he couldn't have made it.
Yeah.
I was excited to see Ray Merriweather.
Yeah.
The last time I talked to him, he was mentoring Ezekiel Elliott
Oh,
as he was
wow.
getting ready to get drafted in the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Plus, he worked for the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals and video technician, and brought that from the Matthews-Dickey's Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
And got himself a ring for the
Yeah.
St. Louis Cardinals. How about that?
You know, and then the fact that I got to connect with Coach Mack. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, like, she is so cool, all the way from Jamaica here to St. Louis, and just coaching and pouring in her time and her love into the youth. It's something that I really enjoyed. And then also talking about the Paris Olympics with Dr. Connie Hayes. I really wanted to ask her, did you see Snoop Dogg while you were there?
I had a good time talking with, you know, Misha Morrow, the owner of the Archangels, and
Yes.
you know, former broadcast partner, and Nino Fenoy. We'll wrap it up with him, the man who mentored and coached Jackie Joyner Kersey, Dawn Harper Nelson, and Al Joyner, you know, Olympians and gold medalists. So it was a lot of fun, and
Yeah, it
thanks
was.
again for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
And thank you for watching Inside Sports on STL TV.
Yes,
Experience St. Louis.